What's up, everybody? Welcome back. This is Forgo, and today is a very exciting day for a couple reasons. The first reason is I re-entered the Star Agent program a little while back, and I have been accepted. As you guys can see, I do have over 6,000 crystals up here, and that's because the game actually gave me 5,000, which means that I'm going to have 20 coupon codes so I can give out some free crystals to all of you. And that was the big reason that I joined the Star Agent program initially in the very beginning, a long time ago, so I could just give out free crystals. I mean, it's nice to be able to get to 5,000 crystals, especially like for me right now due to the pandemic and everything. But the fact that I can give out crystals is just so nice. So just in this particular video, I'll just put in one coupon code throughout the video. Hopefully you'll catch it whenever it shows up. But after that, we'll be doing it differently as far as how I give out those crystals. Also, I ended up getting extremely lucky in the craft event. This is pretty dope, guys. So I actually, on the live stream last night, I was pulling for the Mighty CTP of Destruction, and as you guys can see, I got one. I got a Mighty CTP of Destruction, and I thought, man, what can I do with that? And by the way, if you've noticed, I also, check this out, I've done an insane amount of farming for all these snowmen because I am bound and determined to try to get a brilliant CTP, to get this CTP of chest, to get all of these finished. And just so you guys know, just to show you, the team that I'm using now, I actually switched it up a little bit for 10-1. And in that team, I'm actually using Apocalypse, Mephisto, and Proxima. And Proxima is just godly for her ignore target dodge rate leadership. And that critical damage, that is just insane. Apocalypse is actually awesome because he has 50% ignore dodge in his kit. So he's pretty much got almost 100% ignore dodge. Mephisto, whenever he does his tier 3, he's got like 70% ignore dodge. So he's going to have 100% with Proxima's leadership. And plus Mephisto and Apocalypse actually both have, well, Apocalypse has a judgment on him and Mephisto has a rage on him. So I don't have to worry about proc setting or anything like that. And they just, man, they melt this thing. They do so good. It's not even funny. If I had Loki, I'd actually replace Apocalypse with Loki if I had him in tier 3 with the TVA uniform. But unfortunately I don't. But this team absolutely melts Dispatch Mission. So because we have this new Mighty CTP of Destruction, we're going to do a little testing here. If I can find my girl. Yeah, so let's put her up in here. There we go. And that's going to be on Sersi. And I think Sersi's a really great candidate. One, if you have the artifact here, she's going to have that revive, right? And we tested this once before where whenever we used her in PvP, if she dies, she comes back, which, well, she will die. When she dies, she'll come back and she'll do her awakened skill. But the thing that she's lacking is penetration. She has no penetration whatsoever. So having a CTP of Destruction on her will give her that penetration. But the thing that I'm curious about is it going to be actually do better than a CTP of Energy? Now, the word is, the more Pierce that you have on your account, the more you're actually going to benefit from having a Mighty CTP instead of a CTP of Energy. It seems like the chain hit damage actually loses potency over time, and actually having this increase to boss damage is actually a little bit better. So this is what we're going to find out today. We're going to find out whether or not, I have 19% Pierce on my account, whether or not it's better to have the CTP of Destruction on her as far as damage. I'm almost guaranteeing she's going to be better in PvP because she's actually going to have the penetration. But is her damage actually going to be better in World Boss? Something else to note about the CTP here, the strike bonus actually gives you ignore dodge. And I believe it's 100% ignore dodge, which, I mean, guys, that is absolutely nuts. So what that means is that you don't need any ignore dodge strikers at all when you're using the Mighty CTP of Destruction. And we're going to find out if that's true or not, because what I'm going to do is I'll do one test with the CTP of Energy. I'll make sure I have max ignore dodge, but then I'll do the next test when I do it with the Mighty CTP of Destruction. I won't use any ignore dodge strikers, and we'll just see if Null's actually dodging the attacks or not. So that's something we will be finding out. I'm actually really curious about that. So we're going to jump into World Boss. And with Sersi, with the damage accumulation that she has, she can be a little tricky at times to accumulate damage when you actually want to. But I mean, I've been practicing. I mean, I just recently made a video about Sersi doing this, and I can be pretty consistent when it comes to doing damage. And right now we have 30% ignore dodge, and then we got one ignore dodge striker. Let me see here. Now we have 2 ignore dodge strikers, so that's pretty much going to give us enough ignore dodge to be able to do this. So let's see how this goes. Okay, so we have to do that again because my graphics settings were actually on low. Thank you for the subscription. From running the dispatch missions last night, I want you guys to see all those graphics in all their glory. So we're going to go ahead and let Null slam down the Necro Sword here. We're going to run up to the front, get in our safe zone. Then he's going to do his attack where we can actually accumulate a little damage. Perfect, 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 perfect. Lots of accumulation right there. That was really, really nice. And that's always the thing about playing with a character like Sersi is, you know, there is an RNG factor, especially with how much accumulation you get if you time your skills right. But I played this a lot in hopes to really try to alleviate that as much as possible. Okay. Okay, now we hit our 3-5-4 there because he's bringing down the tentacle. Okay, we're going to go all the way to the back of the screen here. Try not to get caught here. Now let's see what he does. Uh-oh, you're going to slam us back? No, 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 no. Get in there, get in there. Okay, get out of there. Get out of there. Now he's going to do the accumulation attack. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Perfect, 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 perfect. And not bad, not bad, not bad. Now there I probably could have accumulated a little bit of damage. All right, so I'm going to say about 3 minutes and 30 seconds, right? I'm going to say about 1:30. I think with a little bit better accumulation, a little bit better run, we probably could have done this in about 1:30. So what we're going to do is we're going to slap that mighty CTP of destruction on her and see what happens then, all right? And right now, as far as her stats, I mean, there's not going to be a whole lot of difference. The CTP of destruction has critical damage on it. That's going to be pretty much maxed out. Her critical damage is already over the cap. So let's unequip this baby. Woo, 600 crystals gone. Make sure we got a 200% damage proc here. And this is going to be a mighty CTP with 110% increase to boss damage. You know, I think it maxes out at 120%. So let's go ahead and slap that on her. All right. And yeah, I mean, well, no, her critical damage is actually a little bit lower. Wow. So she actually has 9% less critical damage. Yeah, there wasn't a lot of critical damage on this thing, so I'm going to have to bump that up a little bit. But let's jump back into World Boss, and let's see what happens here. Let's see what happens. Hopefully we can get a nice little run with our accumulation and see what goes. Now, I'm going to go ahead and take out these ignore dodge strikers. Just the ignore dodge strikers. I'll just keep the regular damage supervillain strikers in there to keep it the same as what it was before, because we were getting this extra damage to supervillains from these strikers. All right, so we're going to try that again because that run really wasn't turning out the way I thought it would. All right, let's run to the back. Okay, run all the way forward. Good damage. Really good damage. Now remember, her awakened skill does have ignore dodge on it, so let's see how much damage she does now when she doesn't use her awakened skill. Okay. Well, actually, she's going to use her awakened skill again right here. Maybe. Okay, get out of there. And we definitely got our accumulation up there. All right. And he's going to slam the sword down one more time here. All right, we're going to run up. Now, I missed my fist skill there, but we actually did accumulate quite a bit of damage. And we got our accumulation right there. Wow. Wow. So I kind of squeezed that in there. I jumped on that purple and got my accumulation right there. But we did do this faster with the mighty CTP. Now, the thing is, pretty much every time I did my awakened skill, we had the ignore dodge from the awakened skill. Oh, thank you for the subscription. Wow, man, that's cool. And, you know, so we had the ignore dodge from her awakened skill, right? This is 70%. So I'm not really sure about the ignore dodge thing or not, but the mighty CTP of destruction does seem to be doing a little bit more damage than the CTP of energy, at least with 19% pierce. Even though we lost a little bit of that chain hit damage, we lost that 30% chain hit damage, and we actually even lost a little bit of critical damage too, right? But I mean, whenever she does her awakened skill, she does get a critical damage bump. So actually, whenever we were doing our awakened skill, we had critical damage at 200% every single time because it was maxed out when we did our awakened skills. And every time we did our accumulation, every time we took damage, we were pretty much using our awakened skills. But let's test her in PvP and let's see what happens now, because this was something I was actually really curious about. We'll go ahead and put in Icarus here in the lead, and we got Colossus on the team, and then we'll go ahead and throw Sersi up there. If I can find Sersi. There she is. Now let's go into some timeline battle. And who we got here? We got a Doom. Yeah, we'll try it. Let's try it. Let's see what happens. All I'm looking for is to see Sersi get the kill after she uses her awakened skill. That's all I want to see. Oh, poor Icarus. There she died. She's going to come back. And there's the kill. And that's really all I wanted to see, right? It's a guaranteed kill. If you have the artifact and you have penetration, it's pretty much going to be a guaranteed kill with Sersi. So let me try that again. Maybe try with a different team. It sucks that you're going to come out of here. What do we got? We got Hela. Now this is interesting because Hela has the passive with the superheroes. And this is a sentry. So, you know, actually, I'm sorry. Let's click on that. Let's see how we do here. Let's see if Sersi can kill Sentry now. Damn! Poor Hela. That was just a tier 2 Hela though. He's just using her for her passive. Yeah. Poor Icarus. Okay, now let's see what happens here. Wow. So Sentry actually tanked that crap. So, I mean, wow, man. A Sentry with Hela and Colossus on the team. Very, very difficult to take down. Holy crap. Wow. What we got here? Really, I kind of want to fight a team with just a Doom on it. Is really what I'm looking for. I mean, all we got is these teams. Like, I'm not seeing any Dooms at all. I wonder if we can take down a Gilgamesh. Let's find out. Let's see what happens here. I'm glad that it starts off with Gilgamesh, because this way we'll actually know if Sersi can actually take him out. And these are top teams that I'm facing. And she's gonna croak against Gilgamesh. Oh yeah. Now let's see what happens here. Oh yeah, she freaking melted him with that awakened skill. Melted him. Wow. Well, definitely, if anything, going to be godly and AC. I think, you know, unfortunately in timeline, you know, we got, you know, the characters like Doom and Sentry. Now we got Hela, right? And Hela with her passive, right? This passive is just nutso from her uniform effect. Increased damage dealt to superheroes by 50% and decreases damage from superheroes by 30%. It just, you know, now that with Hela and Colossus on a team with someone like Sentry or someone like Doom, I mean, it just makes it a lot harder for a character like Sersi to take them down. But wow, man, she still can put in some serious work for you guys. So I'm actually really happy with the Mighty CTP of Destruction on Sersi. I think it's absolutely a fantastic, obelisk for her, and I was really happy to be able to get a mighty CTP of destruction from the crafting event. So let me know how your all luck has been in the crafting event, and I do stream on Twitch at 9 p.m. GMT plus 7 time. The link is in the description below, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. Y'all take care and have a good one. See ya.